Have you been at the end of the road before because you could not pay your premium? Have you been denied coverage because your healthcare provider isn't out of network of your health insurance network and you must pay all the bills out of your pocket? Have you lost your healthcare insurance because you lost your job and your healthcare insurance policy is attached to your job? If answers to these questions are yes, then you will lend me your attention for the next 6 minutes. First, I would love to talk about Affordable Care Act, which is the current healthcare system we have now in America. According to Lawrence D. Brand, 2019, Affordable Care Act was assured a landmark in United States healthcare reform and a landmark in United States social policy legislation. But nearly 10 years after of its passage, few will deny that the U.S. healthcare system has plenty of room for improvement. Before the Affordable Care Act, popularly known as Obamacare, came into being, over 20 million people in America are either uninsured or underinsured. The healthcare industry can deny individuals with pre-existing conditions. Being pregnant is considered a pre-existing condition at the time. So, Affordable Care Act is great, is a good beginning, but the healthcare system of America has to be improved. And that is why a lot of people are talking about single-payer healthcare system. Now we have to look at what single-payer healthcare system actually look like. According to Darling, Howen, Fox, and Grogan, single-payer refer to a healthcare system that is financed by a single entity. In its common usage, that single entity is the government. So, the government take charge of the healthcare system. Even though the government is going to take charge of the single-payer healthcare system, the people might still have to pay more taxes. But I believe people will not hesitate to pay more taxes if the quality of the service remains the same or improved, and the accessibility to the service is improved. The government is already paying partly for our healthcare insurance based on our income. For example, I get a $500 credit from the government. I pay $72 premium in addition to the government credit. I make co-payments, percentage on my prescription drug, and out of pocket of over $2,000. If I sum up everything that I will be paying in a year with government subsidy, it will be equal to over $10,000 a year. My deduction is the government is already paying a lot for our health care, saving I and my family $6,000 a year. The unfortunate thing is that it is the insurance company that is making fortune out of the system. So if the government take over, what happens is that is the government that will control everything. So what are the benefits of single-payer healthcare system? According to Greer, Germain, and Donnelly, single-payer healthcare system creates accountability for healthcare outcome. It solves problems for people who need not worry about the cost and availability of their health care. Right now, there is no accountability and equality in the delivery of the health care. If you don't have a complete health care coverage, or you have to pay out of pocket, even though no hospital will deny you of being treated, but if you don't have a coverage that is accepted by a particular facility or hospital, then you may have to pay out of pocket. Let's take for instance the present situation in the world, the pandemic. If we consider the situation of COVID-19, People have lost their job, and a lot of people, healthcare insurance is attached to their job. These people are not only losing their job, they are also losing their health insurance, because most of these people had their health insurance through their employers. So once they lose their job, they lose their health insurance. This actually shows the crack in the Affordable Care Act, the system that we currently using. God forbid you diagnosed with COVID-19. You might have to pay out of pocket if you lost your job and you lost your health insurance. Single payer healthcare system feels good, but it is going to face a lot of challenges. According to Michael Spar, single payer healthcare advocates can face unexpected resistance from presumed allies based on the idiosyncratic provision in state constitution. For example, both Planned Parenthood and NARA Pro-Choice America opposed the 2016 single-payer referendum in Colorado because the state constitution banned public funding for abortion and reproductive rights advocates fear the initiative will eliminate access to abortion for women now covered by private healthcare plan. That means if we have a single-payer healthcare system, the system might not cover people that are pro-choice in Colorado, just for instance. Also, according to Greer, Jaman, and Donnelly, in national single-payer system, there is a permanent worry about the risk that the middle class will desert the system. Middle class people in most systems have enough disposable income to buy private procedures or insurance. The middle class is the basis of the economy of every country. If the middle class believe that the single-payer healthcare system is not their interest, they may want to exit the system. We understand that the middle class people will be able to pay out of pocket for most procedures, but we should not overlook the people at the bottom. These people are at socio-economic disadvantage. So we have to carry them along and make sure that everybody is covered. In conclusion, I have discussed the concept of the Affordable Care Act. Affordable Care Act is a good start, but its lapses have been exposed, and my family is a good example that experienced its imperfection. Secondly, I discussed what a single-payer healthcare system looks like. A single-payer healthcare system is a system where everybody is covered and cared for and is being controlled by the government. I also discussed the benefits of a single-payer healthcare system and the challenges it's going to face. With a single-payer healthcare system, everyone will be under the same coverage, with the same insurance card and benefits. Lastly, I explained how a single-payer healthcare system can be maintained. It was determined that the middle class is crucial to maintaining a single-payer healthcare system, and the rich people should not be given the privilege to buy private healthcare system.